If you had one, it must be this. But it's not sound as a person. You only know the soldiers out to be a personal effects.
You can preview it somewhere and see it's running. You check the public. It's normally slow.
It's how many minutes behind the main thing?
30 seconds. About 10 to 30 seconds. Now you get this link and paste it in.
Yeah.
When you want to watch the live thing, this should be red.
What should be red?
Go back to this.
Yeah, something like right here.
That. Just click on it. Ooh. Now what's happening is this. This thing should be at the front. That's the challenge I have.
It should be the front.
When you put it at the back, it freezes.
Oh, it freezes. Oh, so you can multitask.
You can monitor it on the other end.
It's right. When you read that word,
Fine.
Unaweza pesa? What do you mean?
I was telling Michael, there's a new file that I dropped in digital. Folder. Is it on?
I've been doing this this morning. I mean, the IT people could not fix it.
I'm not receiving.
No, oh morning. This was showing you it is good, eh? Stream healthy to it.
Did you check on the... You don't have any stream. See copy. In the morning there's also here stream. Yeah. It's on.
So this is misleading, by the way. This is misleading.
Yes. I was telling Michael, we need another computer. Since this thing keeps hanging, or we use a different FML. I dropped it in 06. Use
Any works.
It's the best in the market.
what's that? In that folder.
Go to do down for them. There's new stories.
The audio I'm getting.
You're getting audio.
It's us.
Kimanyiddwa n'ayonka nti kamusaka mu lwenda nayo gye nninako kopi. Ekyokuna, endagaano eyakolebwa wakati wa gavumenti eya wakati n'emmengo. Ensonga ezo ezongeddwako nziwadde ebbanga lya myezi 3 nga ziwedde.
Financial that Uganda's remains attractive for syndicated financing, but that local investors need to prepare for joint ventures. Key transaction advisors speaking ahead of the annual Uganda Chamber of Mines and Petroleum Conference insist that due diligence was key if progressive deals are to be made. And the World Bank has successfully financed extensive mineral surveys to the tune of $50 million across the country, whose findings have confirmed large-scale deposits with commercial viability. And in the financing sector, it has so far received a boost with $14 billion financial structure already in place that will see either of the two firms, SK from South Korea and RT Global Resources from Russia, construct, build and operate refinery with a controlling 60% stake.
Is a unique opportunity that brings together the private and public sector. It's a very special relationship. I don't think there are many in Uganda today where you see government through the Ministry of Energy and Minerals working very closely with the private sector to drive investment in the mineral sector. Not finance a mine alone. I mean, it's huge amounts of investment. So we work closely with other lenders, with governments, with insurance companies, with a lot of people to bring together this.
It is timely, we are on the right track, and the only way we can actually make this economy sound for all of us and enjoy it is going into mining. Let us try to explore and exploit our natural resources. Uganda is naturally endowed.
Talking of serious billions and billions. If we were to add value to almost every mineral that we have the potential for, it's out of this world. I can only speculate that much.
This is NTV at 1. We're now going to take a short break. We come back with many more stories that are making headlines this afternoon. Stay tuned.
Use White Star Laundry Bar Soap with a lemon fragrance and you'll have a fresh, clean day. Be like a star. Use White Star. White Star Laundry Bar Soap. All day fresh clean.
More cars sold through cheki.co.ug than anywhere else. Visit www.cheki.co.ug today, Uganda's #1 car website.
The lock and key with the 24-hour security surveillance. The story of what happens inside has only been partially told. For the very first time, we take you inside Luzira prison. With our cameras rolling from the compound to the wards. This is the story inside Luzira prison.
On the next episode, brought to you by...
At Orange, we know you want to do more on the internet. That's why we bring you happy hour day and night.
That will speak of the glory.
This Sunday on GXP.
People still argue about prosperity or no prosperity. I think it's the interpretation.
You are worthy, Lord.
My music will outlive me and fulfill God's purpose and plan for mankind.
So join me, Carol Baz, Sally David and Ton Jex as we bring you the best of this very Sunday.
can download movies at the lowest prices and never fast from Orange. Dial *133# to buy a data bundle. Happy hour changes with Orange. Today changes with Orange.
Welcome back. This is NTV Uganda. Staff at Communications Limited have launched a campaign, Be the Difference, around the city in a bid to increase their sales and build team spirit. This campaign saw journalists and other staff members sell newspapers and wash cars around Kampala. We have a report.
Support is 1.5.
Biri muno lusu lukumi
ono kyali wange nnyo
webale nnyo sebo webalire ddala
We have different activities. The first one being the car wash. Today's car wash. We have sold newspapers. We first went to the streets to sell newspapers to see what the vendors go through to sell the paper.
Chris Abari there and team. Now, rainwater harvesting is one of the most reliable water collections available. It's often not taken seriously. But even for those who have done so, the choice of which water tanks to use and methods of purification are some of the drawbacks from the system. In Nature 5 this afternoon, Moses Akena explores rainwater harvesting.
Most parts of the country have been experiencing heavy rains over the last 1 month, which the Meteorological Department estimates will run until December. This is therefore the best time to tap rainwater. But before you start, the cleanliness of the water collected should be a priority. This is because the first flush of water from the roof can contain amounts of bacteria from decomposed insects, lizards, birds, animal droppings, and leaves, among others.
So we try to collect that first rain that falls down and divert it such that it does not join the safe water.
The Appropriate Technology Center for Water and Sanitation is currently testing 4 different types of flash water diverters at its center in Mukono. The systems here are the standpipe with floating ball system.
Instead of going straight to the clean water tank, it will open, and once it's down in the standpipe and fills that part, then the clean water will find this part full and flow straight to the water tank.
The swiveling pipe system.
So you move your pipe, you swivel it away and flush off all the dirty water. And after seeing that now there is clean water, you can swivel it back and get the safe water and clean water into your tank.
The U-trap flash diverter.
The first rain that comes from the roof will fill this U setup up to here, and then you can open here and flush off all that dirty water.
And a standpipe with the U-trap diverter.
So that provision of a U-trap ensures that all the dirty water will settle down, and then the clean water continues afterwards.
We are studying a number of things and encouraging people that much as they have installed the first flush, they have to go ahead and treat their water.
The challenge with most of the systems is convenience. It is when one has to come out and close the tap or change direction in the middle of the rain. They also get when the rain is heavy, thus pushing dirty water into what was previously collected. The center is marketing the standpipe with the U-trap diverter, which cost around 250,000 shillings on average. It is the dirty flash water that has often left many rainwater users disappointed.
And they were basically their because they would see maggots in their water. them, you find their tanks are full of silt, and then they really conclude that this is not safe water for them.
And then there is the question of storage of the collected water. The market is awash with different types, including plastic tanks, stainless steel tanks, the ferrocement tank, and underground tanks, among others. One of the tanks the center is promoting is the MS tank, a 6,000-liter tank that resembles a pot in structure at the bottom.
When you compare a tank of the same capacity, for example, 6,000 liters, it would cost you around 2 or even half. Looking at the MS tank of 8,000 liters, it will cost you around 1.2.
However, one of the issues to consider is the quality of the tank and the cost.
Evidence shows it stay for more than 20 years. But of course, like NSC, it would need operation and maintenance.
But how safe is the water one draws from the tank?
Rainwater is fairly safe in Africa, and especially in Uganda, because we have atmospheric pollution.
Most people are turned away from due to cost as well as space. But with MS tank, you save on space as well as at a fair cost. Rainwater harvesting is cheaper to set up and an effective way to utilize water. With abundant rainfall in the country, it would go a long way in helping families have access to water, reduce their water bills. Moses Sakena, NTV, Nature Files.
Thank you, Moses. U.S. President Barack Obama has said that the global community has not done enough to respond to the crisis posed by the Ebola outbreak that is currently spiraling out of control in West Africa. He told a high nations meeting on Ebola that there is still a significant gap between where we are and where we need to be.
The truth. In West Africa, Ebola is now an epidemic of the likes that we have not seen before. It's spiraling out of control. It is getting worse. It's spreading faster and exponentially. And if the outbreak is not stopped now, we could be looking at hundreds of thousands of people infected with profound political and economic and security implications for all of us.
The crisis in West Africa just ever out of Ebola, with more than 6,200 people believed to have been infected, almost half of whom have died. U.S. health officials have warned that the number of infected people could explode to at least 1.4 million by mid-January, though they have also cautioned that the total number could peak well below if efforts are ramped up. Margaret Chan, director of the World Health Organization, addressed the Ebola meeting before Obama and warned that the outbreak would likely get worse before it got better.
The committee's conclusions and my decisions are a clear call for international solidarity. Countries affected to date simply do not have the capacity to manage an outbreak of this size and complexity on their own.
Obama has dispatched 3,000 U.S. barrier to set up facilities and form training teams to help treat Ebola victims. In the U.S. Congress also approved the use of leftover Afghanistan war money to begin funding Obama's $1 billion request to help fight the outbreak. While Obama touted U.S. contributions, he warned other countries that the U.S. does not have the capacity to fight the epidemic on its own. U.S. Secretary General Ban Ki-moon also urged world leaders to step up efforts to fight Ebola.
We've run out of time. We can bring you an update on sports. Our team, Ismail Dakava Chigongo, David Rumasi and Aaron Darren will be bringing you all you need to know in sports. That's it on NTV at 1. Enjoy your afternoon, but don't forget to download NTV Mobi. Go to Google Play, get it, and you could win yourself hundreds of hampers and very beautiful looking motorbikes. All you need to do, the winning numbers are on your screen. Check those numbers out. Send them to code 6. Good afternoon.